What's the worst trouble you got in because your twin tried to impress a girl? I was pressure washing barnacles off a yacht when the Commodore showed up with 3 lawyers and a face like an overcooked lobster. He shoved an iPad in my face showing security footage of someone who looked exactly like me stealing his $2 million racing yacht. On screen, I watched myself confidently untie the Serenity and jump aboard while a blonde woman cheered from the deck. 10 minutes later, the same person reversed the yacht at full speed into the fuel dock, causing gasoline to spray everywhere like a toxic fountain before abandoning ship and swimming to shore. The Commodore's forehead vein throbbed dangerously as he waved legal documents in my face. "You're the thief who destroyed my yacht!" I insisted I was scraping seagull crap off boats all day yesterday, but he had 16 witness statements and Coast Guard reports about the rescue operation. My phone rang with perfect timing, and my twin brother Caleb's picture appeared on screen. I answered on speaker, and Caleb's panicked voice filled the marina. "Ethan, I need you to pretend to be me for like 20 minutes. I'm in huge trouble at the yacht club." The Commodore's eyes went so wide I thought they might fall out, and he grabbed my phone. "Is that the maniac who destroyed my boat?" There was a long pause before Caleb said the words that would haunt me forever. "Isabella said I could take it once I proved I knew how to sail." The Commodore made a sound like a dying whale. "Isabella is my daughter, and she doesn't have permission to lend out my yacht to idiots." We found Caleb at the yacht club wearing a captain's hat from a tourist shop and a blazer covered in fake nautical badges. Isabella sat across from him, looking like she wanted to dissolve into the floor, while her father turned purple, surveying the scene. The Commodore looked between me and Caleb like he was watching tennis in hell as his brain processed that there were 2 of us, and he'd been screaming at the wrong twin for 20 minutes. Caleb tried to explain his qualifications by showing everyone a PowerPoint titled "Why I'm Basically Jack Sparrow," featuring a photo of him standing next to a kayak. Isabella stood up and delivered the most devastating line I've ever heard in my life. "My ex-boyfriend collected moths for fun, and somehow you're still the worst life choice I've ever made." She stormed out, leaving Caleb to ask with complete sincerity if anyone thought she might text him back. The lawyers calculated damages while the Commodore aged 10 years in 10 seconds, learning that Caleb had signed my name on all the paperwork because it sounded more nautical. The Coast Guard wanted $50,000 for the rescue operation, and Caleb genuinely asked if they accepted Venmo. When they explained the criminal charges for maritime fraud, Caleb's defense was that he wore a life jacket the whole time, so technically he was promoting water safety. "You destroyed a $2 million yacht!" The Commodore finally exploded again, and Caleb just shrugged like this was a minor parking violation. The security footage revealed the full catastrophe in Technicolor detail, showing Caleb getting the mainsail tangled in the mast before somehow putting the engines in reverse at full throttle. The yacht had spun in circles for 40 minutes while Isabella filmed it for her Instagram story, thinking it was part of the sailing lesson. The boat only stopped when it ran out of gas in the middle of the shipping channel, forcing cargo ships to reroute around Caleb, who was trying to paddle a $2 million yacht with a mop. Now I wear a name tag at work that says, "Not the Yacht Thief" in giant letters, and have to show 3 forms of ID to the facial recognition system that can't tell twins apart. Caleb is banned from every marina within 100 miles and legally required to stay 500 feet away from any vessel worth more than his car. Last week he texted me asking if I wanted to take sailing lessons with him because apparently destroying 1 yacht wasn't enough of a learning experience.